let's talk about secondary affixes in Tagalog. The ones that will make you smarter, more natural, and very, very Pinoy. Tara! Kumusta po kayo? Welcome back as we continue our journey in learning a beautiful language, Tagalog. In the last video, I talked about the 6 heavy hitters of Tagalog verb affixes like mag, ma, in, an, and e. These little syllables form the backbone of Tagalog verbs. Remember, in Tagalog, root words combined with affixes create new words like verbs. In this video, I will discuss the secondary affixes of Tagalog verbs like Maka, Maki, Makipag, Magpa, and Ipag. They add flavor, nuance, and subtle stuffs like ability, cooperation, causation, and purpose. It's like going from plain rice to garlic fried rice. Same base, but so much tastier. Alright, let's break them down one by one. But before we do that, please be sure that you are subscribed by clicking on the subscribe button and the bell notification button so you'll be updated of new videos. Ayos? Now, on to our topic. Let's take a look at the first secondary verb affix, Maka. This one shows ability or success, being able to do something but often by chance or by luck, and often after some challenge. For example, we have bili, buy. The infinitive verb is makabili, to be able to buy something by chance. Here's a sample sentence. Nakabili ako ng tela sa Divisoria. I was able to buy textile in Divisoria by chance. Here's another one. The root word dating, arrive. The infinitive verb is makarating, to be able to finally arrive after some difficulty. Note that dating, when conjugated, becomes rating. This softens the hard D and makes it smoother by rolling the letter R. For example, nakarating siya kagabi sa awa ng Diyos. He or she finally arrived last night by the grace of God. Root word mura, cheap. Infinitive verb makamura, to be able to buy something on the cheap. Yeah, we have a word for that. For example, nakakamura sila sa tindahang ito. They are able to buy stuff on the cheap at the store. Next, the root word kita, see. The infinitive verb is makakita, to be able to see by chance. Makakakita ka ng butanding sa Cebu. You will be able to see whale shark in Cebu. Note that maka does not have an imperative form. You can't command someone to do something by chance, can you? In the last video, we have learned that the prefix mag conveys doing something on purpose. Maka, on the other hand, conveys when things work out. Make sense? Imagine you're rushing to catch a bus. You sprint, you wave your arms, and it almost drives off. But the driver stops. You say to yourself, mabuti nakasakay ako. That's maka in real life. You managed to do it, even if it was a bit of luck. Our next affix is Maki. This one's all about joining with permission. You use Maki when you are seeking permission to participate, join, or share an action with someone else, usually for free or as a favor. There's a cultural nuance to this. Maki is generally used when the speaker, who is the actor, initiates an action by securing permission. For example, the root word kain, eat. The infinitive and imperative verbs is makikain, to join someone to eat, sometimes for free. For example, nakikain ako sa bahay ni Peter. Literally, I ate at Peter's house with permission, which can also mean I had lunch or dinner or whatever meal at Peter's house. The root word sali, join. The infinitive or imperative verb is makisali, to join in with permission. For example, makikisali si Ariana sa laro. Ariana will join the game with permission. The root word tulog, sleep. The infinitive and imperative verb is makitulog, to sleep at someone's place with permission. Makikitulog ako sa bahay ni Marie. Literally, I will sleep at Marie's house with permission. Or, I will have a sleepover at Marie's house. Maki is also the prefix used to create the verb makiusap, which means to plead. It combines the prefix maki with the root word usap, talk. For example, makiusap ka sa kaniya. Plead with him or her. Think of Maki this way. If Maka means you did it, Maki means you did it with someone. Also, think of Maki as the friendship affix. It's what Filipinos use when they want to be part of a group. Like when you are at a party and someone says, "Uy, makikikain ako ha." You know they're about to grab a plate and everyone's fine with it. Ayos? Next up is the affix Makipag. Now, this one's similar to Maki, but more interactive and reciprocal. Let's use the root word usap again as an example. The root word usap. The infinitive and imperative verb is makipag-usap, to talk with someone. For example, nakipag-usap ako sa tatay mo. I talked with your father. The root word laro, play. The infinitive and imperative verb is makipaglaro, to play with someone. Nakipaglaro ako sa mga atleta. I played with the athletes. The root word laban, fight. The infinitive and imperative verb is makipaglaban, to fight against someone. Nakikipaglaban ang mga sundalo sa mga kalaban. The soldiers are fighting against the enemies. Kasal, wedding. Makipagkasal, to attend a wedding. Makipagkasal tayo sa linggo. Let us attend a wedding on Sunday. Notice the difference here? Maki is more casual, joining a group. Makipag is full participation, like a two-way street. If Maki is like showing up for group study, Makipag is when you actually help solve the math problem. I hope that makes sense. Moving on, you're gonna love our next affix. This affix means to have someone else do something for you. That affix is magpa, a causative affix. For example, the root word luto, cook. The infinitive and imperative verb is magpaluto, to have someone cook for you. For example, nagpaluto ako sa iba kasi pagod na ako. I had someone else cook because I was tired. The root word kain, eat. Magpakain, to feed someone. Nagpapakain ang mga madre sa ampunan. The nuns are feeding someone at the orphanage. In this example, context shows that the nuns are feeding the orphans. The root word kuha, take, magpakuha, to have someone take something. Magpapakuha ako ng litrato ko. I will have my photo taken. The root word gupit, cut with a scissor. Magpagupit, to have a haircut. Magpagupit ka ng buhok, mahaba na. Have someone cut your hair. It's already long. This is how we say, get a haircut. It's already long. So instead of doing something for yourself, you make someone else do it. That's magpa for you. If you're liking this video so far, please do hit the like button. That will help in making this channel grow. Ayos? The last on our list of secondary affixes is Ipag. This is a benefactive affix that conveys doing something for someone else's benefit. For example, the root word luto, cook. Ipagluto, to cook for someone. For example, ipinagluto ko si Tess. I cooked for Tess. The root word maneho, drive. Ipagmaneho, to drive for someone. Ipinagmamaneho ni June ang nanay niya. June is driving for his mom. The root word dasal, ipagdasal, to pray for someone. Ipagdarasal ka namin. We will pray for you. Note that dasal undergoes a phonetic change when conjugated. Dasal becomes rasal. Laba, wash clothes. Ipaglaba, to wash clothes for someone. Ipaglaba mo si Ed. Wash clothes for Ed. This is how we say, do Ed's laundry. With ipag, you are still doing the action, but the person you're doing it for becomes the star. So, if someone tells you, ipagluto mo ang tatay mo ng itlog, it means you cook the egg for your dad. You know it's not about the egg, it's about your dad. Ayos ba? So there you have it. Those are the 5 secondary verb affixes in Tagalog. And this is where the magic happens. Once you understand secondary affixes, your Tagalog becomes alive. You stop translating word for word and start thinking in relationships. Beyond saying, nagluto ako, I cooked, you can now say, nagpaluto ako, I had someone cook for me. Ipinagluto ko siya, I cooked for him or her. Nakiluto ako, I cooked at someone else's kitchen. Each one tells a different story. So, to recap, Maka, ability or success. Maki, joining in. Makipag, interactive action. Magpa, causative, get someone else to do it. And Ipag, benefactive, for someone else's benefit. These are the secondary affixes that bring Tagalog to life. The subtle shifts that make you sound natural and fluent. If you like this breakdown, don't stop here. Check out our next video where we will explore more advanced affixes like ika, ipang, paki, pa, and magka, and see how they go beyond grammar to express emotion and perspective. I hope you catch that. I will see you then. Maraming salamat po at hanggang sa susunod.